The man who at the start of the show I mentioned was the home captain, Kieron Pollard, knows this Wankhede stadium inside out. His first time he's actually played an T20 international here for the West Indies. So who better to talk about Kieron Pollard than his colleague, now in the opposition, Rohit Sharma.
I think he's a very smart player firstly, and then now obviously he's been the captain of the team. When it comes to Mumbai, he was always part of our leadership group. Last year you may have seen when I was not available for one game, he captained the team. So he's always been part of the leadership group, and I know how he thinks. He's a very smart thinker of the game, and he exactly knows how to make use of each players that he has. So, and he's just trying to do that now. He's a very confident leader, and he knows exactly what he's trying to execute on the field. So yes, he's got a great knowledge about the game. He's played so many games around the world, like I said. So yeah, that helps him, handle situations on the ground pretty well.
Also someone who doesn't do or make predictable decisions. Again, I'll go back to that series briefly. There was a situation in the ODIs, it wasn't T20s, where Roston Chase, who had been given responsibility at number 4, got a 90, won them the game, but the next game the situation was very different. He went to Roston and said, look, I know you played well the last game, we're going to have you batting at 7 today because I'm going to go up there because they needed quick runs. And Roston Chase said he was surprised, but then he realised why Pollard is such a tactician.
No, absolutely, and I think that's one thing that's underestimated. He may not be the greatest people person in the history of the game, but he's a thinker of the game, and that's a really useful thing to have. And remember, T20s are so tactical. Over test matches, over a certain amount of time, skill will prevail. Okay, whereas in T20s, even if you're batting a little bit, you're fighting someone a little bit above your weight, you can sort of maneuver your way around it. You see what Shane Warne did in year 1 in 2008 in the IPL, and so I think it's good to have a captain like him.
And what adds to it now is the fact that he's also starting to perform on the field.
Yeah, and I think you get the best out of Kieron Pollard as a captain. I think that's what the West Indies have looked for. They want a player that can lead. You look at the strike rate of just under 150, average of 35. He's a terrific player in 2019, so that's all of his innings in 2019, whether it be domestically or international. I mean, to me, he's the sort of guy that you want actually captaining a side, because I think at times, if he's not the captain, I'm not saying this for Mumbai, but he has a tendency to go missing. And to me, he is a leader. And some of these young players in this West Indies side, if he's going to lead them through to this T20 World Cup, this is what they want. He'll give them a rocket as well. He'll give them a kick up the backside if they need it. And he's big enough to give most of them a kick up the backside. And they'll listen. I would imagine they'll listen. So to me, he's the sort of guy that I think can really lead this West Indies side and do a great job of it. And not only by example with the bat and in the field, because he's a brilliant, brilliant fielder, but just someone who is always going to be involved in the game and always going to have his finger on the pulse of the game and really look up, get these young guys looking up to him. So I think it's a bold move. It's a good move.